It's a neighbor we know very little about, and that's partly because it's billions of kilometers away. Scientists have never been able to get close up to the dwarf planet Pluto, but that's all about to change in just a few days. CCTV's John Zarrella explains.
That's it, right there. Yep, that blurry dot. That's not a smudge on the screen. That's Pluto. These images taken by NASA's New Horizons spacecraft are the best look at Pluto anyone has ever seen. Pluto is so far away, more than 4.5 billion kilometers, that it's not only been nearly impossible to see, virtually nothing is known about it. So is what we know about Pluto more an educated guess than it is science?
At the beginning of the mission, we would say that you could put everything we know about Pluto on a 3x5 card, maybe 2. Well, I think it's a full sheet of paper now.
Pluto, you can argue, never got much respect. In fact, it's not even a full-fledged planet any longer, rather a dwarf planet. Half a century ago, when NASA began sending spacecraft to survey the planets of the solar system, you know which one got left out: Pluto. Time after time when Pluto missions were proposed, they never, pardon the pun, got off the ground.
I used to say if a Pluto mission was a cat, it had been dead long ago because they only get 9 lives.
But finally, the veil of mystery surrounding Pluto and its moons is being lifted. That New Horizons spacecraft, the size of a piano, is at 50,000 kilometers per hour, hurtling towards a Pluto rendezvous in mid-July.
3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff.
Launched in 2006 from Cape Canaveral, Florida, it has taken 9 years for New Horizons to get to this frozen wonderland at the edge of the solar system. For the first time in human history, we will see Pluto up close, and it's the first time scientists will be able to really study it. Without exception, there have been surprises every time a spacecraft has visited a new world: Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and the rest. The science team says that because so little is known about Pluto, nearly everything will be a surprise.
I like to say, this isn't your typical space mission of today where we're going to rewrite the textbooks. In this case, we're writing it from scratch.
New Horizons won't go into orbit around Pluto, but rather fly by it. At closest approach, about 12,000 kilometers. How good a look will that be? Picture it flying over New York City at that altitude.
It would not only be able to see the boroughs of New York, but in Manhattan you can see Central Park and count the ponds in Central Park.
Every day as the spacecraft closes the gap with Pluto, new images coming into the Mission Operations Center are revealing the planet's long-held secrets. Terrain of every type, a mysterious dark spot on its largest moon, Charon. It took half a century, but finally, the plan to visit, study, learn about every planet in the solar system is nearly complete. John Zarrella, CCTV, Washington.